Have you ever noticed how some people seem to stay strong, active, and full of life well into their 70s, 80s, or even 90s, while others struggle with their health much earlier? It's not just about genetics. Lifestyle choices play a huge role. And the truth is, there are certain mistakes many seniors make without even realizing how harmful they can be. But the good news, these mistakes can be fixed quickly, and once you do, you'll feel healthy, more energetic, and even younger. So today, we're going to talk about 4 dangerous health mistakes that many seniors unknowingly make, and more importantly, how to fix them before they take a toll on your well-being. Let's start with the first one, not drinking enough water. Now I know what you might be thinking, of course I drink water. But here's the thing. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally decreases. That means you may not feel thirsty, even when your body desperately needs hydration. And dehydration isn't just about feeling thirsty. It can cause fatigue, confusion, dizziness, and even lead to more serious issues like kidney problems or urinary tract infections. Think about it. Have you ever felt unusually tired, a little dizzy, or had a headache that just wouldn't go away? You might have been dehydrated without even realizing it. But fixing this is simple. Start by making hydration a habit. Keep a bottle of water nearby at all times and sip throughout the day. If you find plain water boring, add a slice of lemon or cucumber for some flavor. Herbal teas, soups, and water-rich fruits like watermelon and oranges also help keep you hydrated. The key is consistency. Don't wait until you're thirsty to drink water, because by then you're already dehydrated. Now let's talk about another common mistake. Skipping strength training. Many people believe that lifting weights or doing resistance exercises is only for younger folks or bodybuilders. But here's the truth. After the age of 30, we start losing muscle mass naturally. And by the time we hit 60 or 70, that loss can accelerate. And when we lose muscle, everyday activities like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even standing up on a chair become more difficult. But here's the great news. Building strength is possible at any age. You don't need to lift heavy weights or spend hours at the gym. Simple bodyweight exercises like squats, leg raises, or even pushing against a wall can make a huge difference. If you're comfortable with it, light dumbbells or resistance bands can help maintain and even build muscle. The goal isn't to become a bodybuilder. It's to keep your body strong, maintain your independence, and reduce the risk of falls and injuries. Think about it like this. Strong muscles support your joints, protect your bones, and keep your metabolism active. Even just 10 to 15 minutes of strength exercises a few times a week can dramatically improve balance, mobility, and overall energy. Now that we've covered hydration and strength training, let's move on to the next common mistake that can quietly impact your health. Another dangerous mistake many seniors make is neglecting sleep. It's easy to assume that waking up several times at night and struggling to fall asleep is just a natural part of aging. And while it's true that sleep patterns can change over time, poor sleep isn't something you should simply accept. In fact, consistently getting less than 6 hours of quality sleep per night can weaken your immune system, increase the risk of memory problems, and even contribute to heart disease. Have you ever had one of those nights where you toss and turn, and then the next day you feel exhausted, foggy, and maybe even a little irritable? That's because your body and brain rely on sleep to repair and restore themselves. Without enough rest, your body doesn't play its best. But here's the good news. There are simple ways to improve your sleep. First, create a relaxing bedtime routine. That means avoiding screens, like your phone, tablet, or TV, at least an hour before bed. The blue light from these devices tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder to fall asleep. Instead, try reading a book, listening to soft music, or practicing deep breathing to signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Also, pay attention to what you eat and drink before bed. Caffeine, even if consumed in the afternoon, can linger in your system for hours, making it harder to fall asleep. Alcohol might make you drowsy at first, but it actually disrupts deep sleep later in the night. And if you find yourself waking up frequently to use the bathroom, try limiting fluids in the evening. Another important tip, keep a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Now, let's talk about one more mistake that can have a serious impact on your health: ignoring social connections. It's easy to underestimate how much socializing affects our well-being, but studies show that loneliness and isolation can be just as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's right, being socially disconnected can increase the risk of high blood pressure, depression, and even dementia. And here's the thing: loneliness doesn't just mean living alone. You could be surrounded by people, but still feel disconnected. Maybe old friends have moved away, or family members are busy with their own lives. It happens to many people, but the key is to make an effort to stay engaged. Reaching out doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as calling a friend, joining a community group, or even chatting with neighbors. If you enjoy learning, consider taking a class. Many local centers offer workshops or online courses where you can meet like-minded people. Volunteering is another great way to connect with others while making a positive impact. And if you're someone who struggles to make new connections, remember this: most people are just as eager to connect as you are. Sometimes, all it takes is a small step, like saying hello or asking someone about their day. Staying socially active doesn't just improve mood, it keeps your brain sharp and your heart healthy. Now that we've covered these key mistakes, let's dive into what you can do to protect your health and make the most of your golden years. Now that we've talked about sleep and social connections, let's address another common mistake: ignoring muscle strength. A lot of people assume that once they hit a certain age, it's normal to feel weak and less capable of physical activity. But here's the truth: losing muscle isn't just a natural part of aging. It's largely due to inactivity. Have you ever noticed how, after just a few days of being less active, you start to feel stiff and sluggish? That's because your muscles are weak and they're not being used. And the less you move, the harder it becomes to regain that strength. Over time, this leads to frailty, balance problems, and a higher risk of falling. The good news: you don't need to lift heavy weights or spend hours at the gym to maintain strength. Simple movements like squats, leg lifts, or even standing up from a chair without using your hands can make a huge difference. Just a few minutes a day of resistance exercises can help rebuild muscle, improve balance, and keep you feeling strong and independent. One of the best forms of exercise for seniors is resistance training using light weights, resistant fans, or even your own body weight. If you're new to it, start small. Try doing a few repetitions of leg raises while watching TV, or practice standing on one foot while brushing your teeth. Little changes like these add up over time. Another great option: walking, but not just any kind of walk. Try adding short bursts of faster-paced steps or incorporating gentle uphill walk to engage more muscle. And if you want a fun way to improve strength and balance at the same time, activities like Tai Chi or yoga are excellent choices. Remember, the goal isn't to become a bodybuilder, it's to maintain the strength needed for everyday activities like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, and getting out of bed with ease. Every movement counts, and the more you move, the stronger you stay. Now let's talk about one last mistake that often goes unnoticed: ignoring hydration. It's easy to assume that thirst is the best indicator of hydration. But did you know that as you age, your body's ability to sense thirst declines? That means by the time you feel thirsty, you might already be dehydrated. And dehydration doesn't just make you feel sluggish. It can cause dizziness, confusion, constipation, and even increase the risk of falls. One simple way to stay on top of hydration is to get into the habit of drinking water throughout the day, even if you don't feel thirsty. A good rule of thumb is to have a glass of water first thing in the morning, before meals, and between meals. If you don't enjoy plain water, herbal teas, soups, and water-rich foods like cucumbers, oranges, and melons are great alternatives. And be mindful of drinks that can dehydrate you. Coffee, alcohol, and sugary sodas can actually pull water out of your body, making it harder to stay hydrated. Instead, aim for more water-based drinks, or even infuse your water with lemon, mint, or berries to make it more enjoyable. When you stay hydrated, you'll notice the benefits right away. Your your skin will look better, your digestion will improve, and your energy levels will stay more consistent. It's such a simple habit, but it makes a huge impact on your overall well-being. Now that we've covered these critical health mistakes, let's wrap with some final thoughts on how small daily habits can lead to a healthier, more vibrant body.